My name's Odotmaster, and welcome back to Neverwinter, where I'm thinking we're going to do a new Neverwinter Nights. And I don't know which one I want to do. We did Kingmaker, Infinite Dungeons, Journey to Waterdeep to explore the Undermountain, the most famous dungeon in all Forgotten Realms. According to legend, there's treasure to be won, puzzles to be solved, and a mystery that will appear to lead you even deeper. Provides randomly generated adventures for players each level. Nah, that doesn't sound as much fun. Wyvern Crown of Cormer. 6 or 7 with a new character will be automatically leveled. Ooh, that might be fun. Starting class designated for martial types. Death permanent unless you have a companion to rescue you. Ooh, nope. Let's try this one. Witch's Wake. And let's see if we can do Fury. I've decided that's how our name is pronounced. It's Fiori. Not Fury. It's Fiori. And I could do it. I could do the most leveled one. Where she's got like insane stats. And I do need to change the difficulty pretty soon because it's a little easy. Oh, the good rain. She's fighting all around. Oh, that's me. Pretty sure. That doesn't look good. This looks like a bad time. Wow, that is a lot of destruction and death.
Your eyes open, and you wince at the brightness of the flames about you. The sounds of battle are loud and close, as if buried within your skull. Blood seeps into the cool ground. You realize that it's yours.
Try to move your head.
With effort, your face turns skyward. The night breeze brushes against your skin, causing you to smile. This might be the most beautiful moment of your life. Your eyes slowly focus on a silhouette above you. You feel a strange calm as you observe the broken body of a man you once called your prince. His eyes, blue and intense, stare into yours. Slowly, the man blinks.
This guy's blinking? Wait for the man to talk, my liege. I take it the battle isn't going well. Yeah, that sounds like something I would actually say.
The man smiles, soft and horrible. Don't you see?
Fury.
We have already won. Blood pulses from the corner of the prince's lips. His voice is liquid. You must tell the king. He coughs, the pain rolling his eyes back to bear their whites.
Hold strong, my prince. I'm here.
I know you are. You always were. Eyes closed now, his breathing labored. The broken man continues. Tell the king that she is dead.
Wait.
You wait for a long, long time. Far above you, the clouds part to reveal the night stars. Prince Ahmed is dead. Weary, you begin to count.
She is dead. Since it's called the Witch Wake, I have a feeling it's the
world
witch.
Is dark and still beneath your lidded eyes. Your head aches, and your mouth is dry and wooden. You lie there, too sore to move. The prince's voice still echoing from across some distant void. Suddenly you feel the touch of human hands. They scurry like rats across your body, and you feel a tugging as they reach your finger. The breeze fills with a muttered curse and the scrape of metal.
Try to move your hand. By instinct, your hand obeys. A blade sweeps into the gravel, just missing your hand. You open your eyes to see an old woman crouched above you. I've got me a live one, do I? Not too many of these around here now, are there? The old woman eyes you critically. Welcome back to the land of the living, then. Have you got a name? Thankfully, he's still intact. Your hand wears the blood and muck of last night's battle. Beneath the grime, your hands are deeply tanned. You notice a pale band around your ring finger, free of tan and dirt. My ring, it's missing. Have you seen it? You've got fine eyes for a woman who had all the look of death not 5 minutes ago. Well, I found plenty of rings today. Can't say I know which one might be yours, now can I? I reckon about half of you wore iron and the others. The woman scowls at the ground. Aye, and some of yours wore gold. There, now that I told you, you'll probably steal them all. Oh, very well. I'll give you your pick of my earnings. Only you. One, mind you. One ring you choose. For the rest, you'll have to pay. She spits to the side as if sealing a bargain. Iron. The iron one was mine. Take it and good riddance to it. Maybe it's worth something where you come from, but it wouldn't be able to get as much as a few coppers for it up in Brogan's arm. You slip the iron ring into your pocket. What's happened here? Don't rightly know, but all of you sure be costumed up the same. It's all like you came up here to kill yourselves. I've heard of places where soldiers do that if they've been dishonored. Judging by how you're still alive, I reckon you didn't even do a good job of that. The woman gives you a sidelong glance. You ain't from these parts, are you? Don't know. I don't think so. Aye, I can tell by the shift in your eye, the way your cheekbones angle. You're from somewhere south, far south, and making matters worse is the fact you seem a little short on memories. Well, if I were you, I'd go find the night hag up in the pass and ask her real nice for help. The village folk are frightened of her, and rightly so, but she'll know what to do. In the meantime, you can help me scavenge from the bodies of your fallen brethren. It's a dirty task, but I'll pay you for what you find and give goods and trade if you're interested. I'll do it. This sounds horrible, but, I mean, what else are you supposed to do if, you're put in this situation, Prince Ahmed?
Still haunted by the events of last night, you keep a wary eye on Prince Ahmed's corpse. As the battle had raged around you, he said you were to tell the king that she is dead. If only you knew what that meant.
Ragpicker, did you search this one? The old woman eyes you nervously. That one? No, not I. He already stripped bare and pierced like that when I laid eyes on him. He got a noble look, though, don't you think? Take the prince's body down from the pike.
Prince Ahmed's glassy-eyed corpse.
Search him. He appears to have been stripped clean. Whoever did it to him left him with only his loincloth. Build a burial cairn for Prince Ahmed. You gather stones from the rocky ground and begin to pile them up around the prince's broken body. It's long and back-breaking work. As the cairn grows around the body of your prince, you begin to feel very alone. An icy mist is rolling in from the horizon, and you know it will envelop him. The thought of it leaves you numb. The last of the cairn is complete. The mists grow ever closer, and a part of you knows it's time to move on, to say goodbye, to let go. You swallow the lump in your throat and stand. So I have searched everywhere, gotten everything from the battlefield I can. There's a boulder that she said as if it was a memorial. And then it says, as I walk towards one of the women, there, amidst the smoking wreckage of this battlefield, lie the corpses of 2 women. Is one of them the she the prince referred to? What of the countless other women strewn about you? You breathe a heavy sigh. Somewhere, some woman is dead. And you must tell the king. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. I searched every single person. There was nothing on anybody. The only thing that there was stuff like lying on the ground.
The old woman seems content to watch you search through the belongings of your fallen comrades. She hugs herself in the cold air, apparently too weary from her previous efforts to join you.
Ever seen these uniforms before? The old woman ponders your question. I've seen the scraps and tatters of many sorts of fabric, but these rags, even beneath their mud and crust, they seem to be some far-off foreign weave. Who is this night hag you mentioned? Aye, no one be sure if she be of flesh or blood, or of this world at all. She seems a creature who exists between things, but she cannot be without her acts of kindness. You see the night hag, she knows things. She will be a knower of secrets and a keeper of the dead. If anyone can help you, that be she. I'm trying to get this to go all the way down to the bottom. Nice. Alright, I've gathered some things. And obtain favor. Persuade. Success. She glances over the collection you've gathered, her eyes full of mistrust. Resigned, she acquiesces. Very well, I take them off your hands for the price we be agreeing on. Oh, okay, so she's gonna buy him from me for more. Can't buy, so I gotta sell and buy. What does she have for weapons? Because I actually would like a dagger. Or a short sword. How much are you selling? Short bow. I'm gonna sell the short bow. Wait. So it's 22. Sell it for 37. Okay, I think I'm done after this one because I think I'll have I want 4,000 at least. There we go. Alright, so now we need to go to find the old woman, which I think, or the old person, not old person, what was she called? Let's not look at my...
The pass opens
there
before you, full of danger and possibility. You make a mental checklist of your scant belongings, hoping you have enough for whatever may lay ahead. These cliffs have the stench of death about them, and a part of you hopes you'll never return to them.
And that's my cue to save. Okay, let's go talk to the night hag. I think I've wasted enough time messing around with things that I probably shouldn't be messing around with yet. Ethereal leak. I remember these.
Dark tendrils of energy emerge from the ground, whipping about in a deadly dance. You feel like you've seen them somewhere before.
We have! Headstone.
This headstone is not yet fully engraved. Stone chips lie scattered about
Is
the
it
floor,
mine?
intermingling with the arcane symbols traced in sand. A chill goes up your spine as you brush away some of the dust.
Here lies the halfling rogue, Fiori Twill, dead to us forevermore. Yep, that was supposed to be mine. Night Hag's tome. Doesn't seem that I can get into the desk. Oh, there we go. Healer's kit +2, healer's kit +1. Feather. Levitation. Serves as a catalyst, supposedly. Let's put that down here. Put the hag's thing down here. I don't think there's anything else interesting, is there? Okay, let's go talk to the night hag now that I've pilfered through all of her stuff.
Eyes a milky white against her pale green flesh. The night hag stares at something unseen upon the table, seemingly oblivious to your presence. She seems young and attractive, not like a hag at all. Suddenly, she's there before you, her white eyes piercing deep into your soul. So it's you the fate sent back to me, is it? They could have done worse, I suppose.
I read the gravestone you're working on. She smiles with guilty pleasure. Do you like it? I've been preparing it for you. Thanks, it's nice. The night hag glows with pride. It's to save you. Noticing her blank expression, she rushes on to explain. It will keep your souls from the demons when you die. The cemetery, did you prepare them too? I did. Every headstone there is carved by my own magic. It is the duty of a night hag to make it so, to protect mortal souls from the demon's grasps. Yes, the lord of the Stygian depths. Her pale green face floats before you, seeming almost childlike and innocent. That's where your soul goes when you die. Well, I don't have any intention of dying. Everybody dies, Fiori. You should know that more than anyone. Look, I can protect you from the Stygian lords, at least for a little while. If you don't need that protection, all the better. Either way, however, it is important that I tell you your fortune. From a fold in her robes, the night hag produces a small deck of painted cards. She draws 5 of them and displays them out before you. This hand, the night hag intones, is spun from the very past you have forgotten and will tell you more of it than any mortal can. It's called the Warlock's Hand. Now draw. Why is it called the Warlock's Hand? She seems surprised by your question. Her smile softens. That is how my mother taught me. The warlock's hand comes first, and the witch's hand defeats it. Witches, warlocks, what are you talking about? The night hag pauses. This is an old corner of the world, Fiore, full of myths and superstitions. The cards have power, that is all I know. I simply name them as my mother did before me. Draw a card. You draw a card depicting a woman hunched over amidst a heavy storm. She holds a feeble lantern high, her eyes frightened by the tortured shapes just beyond its glow. Ah, says the night hag, you have drawn the child of fear. The person you used to be did what she did because a great terror gnawed upon her soul. The painted cards feel soft and well worn, its edge frayed. Keep it so you might remember what it is that drove you here. She draws another 3 cards from the deck. This hand, the night hag whispers, is spun from the silky substance of the future. It speaks of what is destined to be and what is known as the witch's hand. Draw a second card. You draw a card depicting a woman reaching for a golden chalice suspended in the air above her. Her hands are red with blood and her jaw set in grim determination. You have drawn the traitor. To achieve your goals, Fiore, you will betray something or someone you once held dear. It may arise out of desperate need, but you will do it all the same. Then let that be your fortune, the night hag advises, setting aside the remainder of the deck. She pulls a strand of white hair back from her face. Surely you must have some questions. Okay, so what does my fortune mean? Only you can know for sure, Fiore. Fortunes are slippery things and best left unpondered. Their meaning shifts with every breath and are made clear only with time. What is important is that you have one now, for to wander the wilderness without a map is to invite disaster. But what if I don't like my fortune? It is a gift given, that is all. If you wish, you may destroy the cards, forget my words, and ignore your destiny. But the cards have been chosen now, and the words spoken, they cannot be undone. Is destiny preordained? What about free will? The fates are like clay in the potter's hand, soft and malleable till they face the fires of the kiln. A poor potter's handiwork may shatter in those flames or collapse before them, but a master's handiwork, strengthened by the kiln, can become a vessel of great truth. Alright, enough about my fortunes. The night hag smiles at you. Do not worry yourself about them, Fiore. There is enough in this world to worry about without them. What more do you need me to do? Aren't you the eager pupil? From her expression, it's hard to tell whether she's pleased by your eagerness or not. Well, it's time I taught you how to keep your soul from the demons when you die. The demons? Yes, the Lord of the Stygian Depths. Her pale green face. Oh, that's where your soul goes when you die. I have no intention of dying. Okay. Go to it. Let the tendrils have the taste of you and then return to me. I'll show you what is needed to protect you.
Streams through a tiny fissure, escaping into this world from the plane of sorrows.
Let the tendrils wash over you. You feel an icy touch as the tendrils of energy curl around your leg's torso. You can feel them twisting inside of you, drinking your soul. That's weird.
The night hag nods approvingly. The leak knows you now, and I will be able to use it to help you return to the land of the living. If you find more in your travels, be sure to let them taste you as well.
I've seen them before, on the battlefield. She becomes grave as she considers her words. There are no leaks through the pass. I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. As you know, you were gravely injured and under great duress. No, there's an entire sea of them. Then there's proof that you're a fool. To see so many would mean the barrier had sundered completely, which is like split in half or broken. Besides, they were still there when you awoke. Enough of your tall tales, Fiore. What are they? The leaks are small fissures in the barrier that separates our world from the great beyond, she explains. The tendrils you see are bands of dark energy escaping through the leak and dissipating. Most people cannot see them, so consider yourself either lucky or forewarned. Even the undead will generally steer clear of them, as they fear the tendrils might pull them back from the land of the dead. Into the land of the dead. Are they common? More common than many realize, but still rare enough that one must search for them. I know of a few others in the surrounding region and have accounts of them in distant lands. Where will I be returning from? The land of the dead is a vast place, far larger than the world we call home. If you descend to Stygia, I doubt I can pull you back, but there is a domain above it called the Plane of Sorrows. I have some power there, enough to catch your soul as it descends, enough to draw you back through a leak that knows you. Those are save points. She grabs your hand with her own. Come, we will travel there. I will show you and explain you more once we're there. Go that way. Alright, lead the way. Very well, but do not be surprised if you do not see me when you arrive. I'll be waiting for you by the leak, but I will project my thoughts to you whenever I can. Oh boy. So, she's basically going to kill me.
You are surprised to find yourself standing on solid ground again. You still feel as if you are floating. Far below you, you can hear the flow of water and distant screams. The depths of Stygia, you presume. Though you cannot see her, you can hear the night hag's voice inside your head. You stand on the Isle of the Dead. The sounds below are those of the river Styx, which flows ultimately to Stygia. Lost souls will occasionally come to this island as it lies at the border of my domain. They will be unable to pass through the gates you see before you, but you may speak with them if you wish. Some of these lost souls may still cling to virtue, petitioning you to perform some noble deed, but death changes the hearts of men. Many are but vengeful spirits, intent on wreaking havoc in the world. Remember, they cannot hurt you in this place, nor can you hurt them. You are safe here in my care.
Am I to go to the Tree of Life?
The night hag's voice, soft and confident, returns to you. This is a tree of life. I planted it here long ago, and it is what gives me my power in this place. Its roots descend all the way to the Styx below. You need only touch its branches, and it will grant you passage from this island back over the river Styx.
That's how we get back. Are there any... There's no souls. Let's touch it. Let's see what happens.
You feel the air about you shift and change. It feels electric somehow. Through the door before you lies the Filcher's Labyrinth. It is a part of the barrier I spoke of earlier, a final bulwark against lost souls.
Interesting.
The Filchers are mindless denizens of the barrier. They pose no threat to you save their insatiable curiosity and greed. If they draw close to you, they will attempt to steal your belongings. You may attempt to fight them off or retrieve your belongings from their treasure piles. If you destroy the Filchers, however, more will arrive. They will pursue you for as long as you wander the barrier. You are lucky. Only one Filcher is present now. Word of your passage through the barrier will spread, however, and more will be waiting for you each time you traverse this path. Be
So don't
aware,
die.
too, that the barrier is a constantly shifting place. What the Filchers steal from you today may be long gone when next you return. Leave behind only what you are willing to never see again. Now pass through the door and enter the barrier. I will...
I'll see you next time.
The night hag stands before you, wreathed in unearthly mists. Behind her, a shattered bridge crumbles slowly into the void. You realize that you are shivering with the cold.
Welcome to the Plain of Sorrows, Lady Twill. It has become a home away from home for me over the years, and perhaps with time you could come to see it in the same light. How many people have you helped like this? As many as I have graves in my cemetery. Sadly, not all of them have made it. Who are you that you can have power here? I am the Night Hag, and the Plain of Sorrows is my domain. That is all there is to know. It's time to go. I have left nothing behind. Good, now listen to me, Fiori. This is important. Protecting you like this is hard for me. If you die too often, I will not be able to return you to land of living where you belong. I've done this once for you so you can know what to expect and not be frightened. I can only do it 3 more times, then I must rest to regain my powers. Do not forget that. Come, let us return you to where you belong. Speak with me there, though, where I may advise you. And I think, actually, we're going to leave this episode here. So, these are save spots, besides my own save spots. And if I die too many times, she won't be able to resurrect me. So, nice to know. And she's got the power, and I'm supposed to tell some long distant king that she's dead, and I have these random tarot cards that are going to go down here. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm excited to see what the rest of this. I've never played this one before, so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!